morning, gals and guys. It's Steph with Tiny's Garden, and today I am coming at you with a video which is probably my last harvest of 2022 from my cut flower garden, and so I wanted to make an arrangement, a special arrangement with you using a floral frog. I'll give you an up-close look at what we're going to be using today. This is called a Kenzan, and it's a Japanese floral frog with a weighted bottom and a spiky top. I've got 3 different sizes here. You can see the difference, and they all have a substantial amount of weight to them. It just got substantially dark out. It's toward evening time, so we're gonna have a little moonlit type of glow going on here. But this Kenzan or floral frog I've not used before. This is gonna be my first time, so you will see how it works for me. And along with that, I've got, as I said, my last harvest of the season, lots of dahlias, celosia, snapdragon zinnias, amaranth, a good bounty here, and then also some wilt-prone flowers such as red mahogany splendor hibiscus and dusty miller. With this bucket, I picked that today, I picked these last night, I used Quick Dip, which is a solution that helps allow wilt-prone flowers to stay more upright and fights that wilt. I already did that, dipped it in here, put it in fresh water, so these should be pretty good to go, although my Dusty Miller I think is still a little wilty looking. But let me show you this. Here's one that was not touching the water. Obviously very wilty. These are in the water, more upright, like especially this one looks good right here. But still, I don't know, it seems a little droopy to me. So if you know, let me know what you do for Dusty Miller, because everything I know, all my resources I checked, that's what to do is the Quick Dip and then into water with the hydrator. I should add I did put a hydrator in the water, so comment below if you know. Let's carry on. My vessel that I'm going to be using today is a bowl from Anthropology, a planter bowl I should say. And I'm going to give you an up-close look of this because it's a little more summery, but I don't really mind. I think I can pull it off, and I haven't used it yet, so here's my opportunity. Isn't she pretty? Love that yellow and all the colors on there. I guess the crow kind of brings it into fall a little bit, but yeah, I'm ready to use it. Let's go. So today I'm going to come in here and use the largest Kenzan or floral frog, put it in here, and then add some water. I know sometimes you use floral putty with the floral frog. I'm not gonna do that. We'll see if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And then some floral food. I'm not gonna use the whole packet, just a little bit. If she can open it. Okay, and then I'll grab each stem and cut it, put it in there on a prong, and see what we end up with at the end. This is an exciting first for me, so come along and let's do it. So here we are so far. I discovered when I was putting these in, I did this front left one last, and I could tell the floral frog was leaning backward a little bit because all of these were toward the back. So I guess that's where the putty would come in to keep the weight evenly distributed. So I just added a shorter one in the front left, and now it seems to balance out quite a bit more. But I can already see how you can really do some incredibly cool things with the floral frog because things really stay in place. Very erect. I don't know if that's the right phrase, but very sturdy, very upright. I'm loving it so far. Let's keep going. Also, I'm gonna pass on the Dusty Miller. I feel, speaking of upright, I feel like it's not upright enough. We can throw that in a vase with some of these extra flowers later. Let's continue. This is Fern Cliff Copper, everybody. and she is absolutely glorious. I just did a tour and incorporated her into it, but I think she's opened up even more since the tour, so she's going to be a highlight of this arrangement, no doubt about it. Ooh, she's tall! Now we can see all of her. And I think the general rule is an arrangement, you want it to be about 2 to 3 times the size of your vessel. I think I'm tossing that rule out the window for this. And we'll see how it turns out, because obviously this is much more than 2 to 3 times the size of this vessel. But we're just experimenting. We're working with it. We're doing it. Amaranth, hot fit. Oh my! Okay. Think I'll use some floral putty next time. Missed that note. We can do this. We're gonna do this. As I was saying, hot biscuits amaranth. Yeah, this totally wants to go forward, so makes sense, that weight balance. Let's bring out the big kahuna. Belle of Barmira. I think I have to say my favorite dahlia of this year. Try and get some weight down here in the back from her. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. Don't know, I don't know. Oh, we're having a colossal fail. We're gonna chalk this up to a learning experience, order some floral putty, and use the floral putty next time with the floral frog. The weight is just too unbalanced. I don't think it's gonna work. So you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna quit. We're gonna improvise. BRB. That looks like a good vase to me. We'll just use the water pitcher as our vase. Problem solved. Here we go. Okay, so I've transferred everything over from the bowl that was in the bowl into this pitcher, which works as a fine vase, I think. We try and try again, right everybody? So far so good. I think I'm going to continue adding some vocal flowers like dahlias and zinnias. I think I have enough of the red mahogany splendor hibiscus that works as a filler to take up some space. And we'll keep rocking and rolling. Let's do it. Ooh, I like the Strawberry Fields Gonfrena here. I'm gonna pop some of that in as well. These did really good for me this year. Adds a nice little fall whimsical touch there with that ball of red. These also dry really, really nicely. This is where I'll remind you, I am a hobby cut flower grower. I love it. It is my second season, but on a bigger scale this season. I had 14 raised beds that I grew cut flowers in. And this is an example, yet again, of where if you're worried about trying it or making your cut flower garden bigger because you're not sure of how to do it or if you mess up or whatever, it's all learning experience. I mean, here I am thinking I can make this beautiful arrangement with the floral frog, and then I learn, joke's on me, I can't without the floral putty because of the weight. Something I didn't think of or didn't think was like a mandatory thing. Well, maybe it is. And if it isn't, comment below and let me know what the trick is. But otherwise, you know, just go with the flow of it. Make it enjoyable. Don't put so much pressure on yourself because these guys are worth it and they're forgiving. Like, look at this. We're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. It's your pep talk for the day. Woo, we got a big Benary's Giant Salmon Rose coming in here. This, it's taking too much space up there. Let's put you there. Beautiful. And you back here. Like that better. I can see why people use the Lazy Susan while they're arranging flowers, that thing that spins as you're putting your flowers in. Especially when working with the floral frog, I can see how that would be really helpful. So, Mom, if you want to get me a floral Lazy Susan, I don't know if that's what they're called, but a small little rotating disc thing for Christmas. That's great. Thanks, Mom. Love you. Giggles. This one has made me so happy this year. Such a little joyful colorette dahlia. And I don't even really love orange, and it's mostly orange with a little bit of pinkish purple, and I love it. Best surprise of the year by far, Mr. Fokker Anemone. Love, love, love. Did not think these were gonna come up this year, and lo and behold, they come up right in the dead heat of summer. And now they continue to come up. Usually these are a spring flower. I threw them in last minute because I didn't think I pre-sprouted them right, and I thought, oh, I'll just toss them in the dirt. And they grew. You need a front row spot here. Yes. Getting some Snapdragon action in there now. Love the snaps. Texas Plume Celosia has been, I would say, tied for my favorite celosia. It's definitely the most productive. The Sunday Yellow Gold I think is really pretty too, but it was less productive. How are we looking? I'm here for it so far. You know, I might just put some more vocal flowers in the back so that it can be viewed from all sides. Right back in here. Might as well. Ugly leaf. Ugly leaf. Ugly leaf. Madame Butterfly. Bronze with white. Out of all Snapdragons, the Madame with the ruffly centers, my favorite. So I think we're almost done here. There's just a couple of spots that I want to fill in. One being right here. This is so big you can't really see it. There's a little gap there. And where was the other one that I saw? Here, and room for a little something right under that Mr. Fokker Anemone. So let's do that. And I think we're done. Cafe au lait. We want to get her in there, right? Yes. One more. Little Cosmo might look real pretty there. That's pretty, but I think it needs something else too. Speaking of Sunday Gold Celosia, isn't that such a pretty rich yellow ochre color? Love it. I know what we can put in there. Lizzianthus. Voyage to White. So, so good. Look at that. Takes up that space right there. Oh my gosh. I love it. So what do we think here, everybody? I think we have completed it. I'm happy with that 360 view. I actually do have quite a bit of flowers left, but I'm pretty stuffed in this vase here. And I think it's giving me everything I needed. I really wish sometimes you could see them in person because there's a magic about them in person. Even the way the petals are open, kind of difficult to explain, but I'm happy with that. How about that for a failure turned into a success, eh? Here for it. My goodness. Now I have to take a picture. And I am going to call that a wrap for this video. Thank you for coming along on that journey. Some unexpected turns there, but we got through it. And I'm happy with the finished product and I learned something, so we'll chalk it up as a success. Hopefully you did too. If you enjoyed the video or like how the bouquet turned out, please hit the thumbs up like button. It really helps my channel. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to follow along with all things garden, and we'll see you in the next one. Happy planting, everybody. Bye.